Today's video we'll be hooking up the 6B KTU. This is going to be used as a lead controller when the Nortel phone system goes off hook, and it's going to have the 1A2 key system to stop ringing, as well as give lamp indication for line 1. Since my 1A2 key system sits behind the Nortel BCM, when you pick up line 1 on the Nortel system, line 1 on the 1A2 key system keeps ringing for a couple seconds. All key systems do that unless you install a cutoff relay such as this. This was from the 1A1 days, and it was used as a supervisory and busy lamp circuit. This does not require any power supply at all. It runs off the voltage from the telephone line itself. You can either make a contact or break a contact with this. One side goes to the telephone line itself on the phone company side, and the other side will go to a telephone set, or in my case, it will directly go to the Nortel system. So when you pick up on the Nortel system, the 1A2 key system, line 1 will stop ringing and will give lamp indication. And this is some of the terminal markings here. It's a bigger sticker. In this particular case, I will not be using lamp at all, or lamp ground. I will be connecting 24 volt ground, as this is going to be used as a lead controller basically. Now if you want to break contacts, you can use terminals 1 and 8 to break the contact, and that was I was kind of thinking about doing to stop the ringing. But if I do the A lead side, it will give lamp indication as well. So that's a bonus. So I'm going to do it that way, hook it up that way. And here's the schematic here from the Bell System practice. So 3 and 4 will make the contact on the A side. Now if you want to break the contact, you will wire it on terminals 1 and 8. But terminal 7 and 5 is where you connect it to the telephone line here. So 7 and 6 go to the phone company side, or whatever your phone supply comes from. And then terminals 5 and 6 is the telephone set. In this particular case, it will go to the Nortel system. And terminals contacts 3 and 4 will be connected, making a lead connected, and that will stop the ringing as well as give lamp indication. So you can ignore the lamp battery and lamp connections. And I thought I can maybe just hook it up here, because it does fit right here perfect. It'd be kind of like that, but it will fit right here perfectly. So let me go ahead and get this all hooked up and see if it will work like I hope it does. It fits perfect right there, with no screws, no glue, just metal on metal, because of a little indentation out there on the frame. Works perfect. So let me go ahead and get this hooked up. Okay, I got it all hooked up, and it works just like I planned it. And actually, I found a lid to an old pill bottle, and that works perfectly to have it stable right here, since a little indentation right there, so the relay don't lays crooked without that. But I don't know if you can hear the relay or not, but let me go ahead and dial 9. And pardon the mess of wires, I'm doing other projects here. And here's the lamp indication in action. So yeah, that a perfect spot for that relay. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get that telephone set up on my desk, and you can see it, you can hear it in action, how it cuts off the ringing when I pick up on my Nortel set. Well, I'm at my test phone, and unfortunately I ran into a snag. The relay works great on the Nortel side. However, I forgot to think about, well, if that A lead closes, the line won't be put on. You're unable to put the line on hold on the 182 key system side. So let me show you. Here's line 1. See, you can't put it on hold. And by the way, it's a slow release relay. And I think they designed that because these were used in the rotary dial days. Luckily, I do have a second relay, which I will put the A lead on the brake contacts, brake terminals, if you want to call them, on 1 and 8. The blue will go towards the Nortel side, and the orange will go towards the key system, and the brown is the A lead to break up. So I'm hoping what this will do, when line 1 picks up on the 182 key system side, it will activate this relay, breaking the A lead, which is, it will be this. So it will, you could put the phone call on hold if you want to use line 1. So let me go ahead and get this hooked up and see if this is going to work like I planned. If not, I'm going to have to move to plan C, which just rewire this relay just to cut off the ringing from the R1 and B1 leads for line 1. Okay, I'm sorry about the glare, but that's the best lighting I can do right now. I got both relays hooked up, and I tested everything, and it seems to work just like I planned it would. Now, my setup is not a normal setup, meaning that most people would not need to use 2 relays, because most people may not have 2 phone systems like I do. I have the Nortel phone system as well as the 182 key system. One relay makes the contact, one relay breaks the contact. The relay that makes the contact is hooked up directly to the outside line. The relay that breaks the contact is the extension that's on line 1 on the Nortel side. And you would need to you would need to break the connection, the A1 connection, if you want to put the call on hold on the 182 key system side. But let me go ahead and demonstrate the way it cuts off the ringing when an incoming phone call is entered on the Nortel side, outside line. So you hear how it cut off the ring, and now it also gives you a lamp indication that line 1 is in use on the Nortel side. Now, what happens if you want to use line 1 on the key system side? Well, there you go. But watch what happens when I hang up the phone. You see that? They'll blink and the light comes back on. I thought that was due to the relay being a slow release relay, but that's not the case, because I didn't think about something. Well, I forgot to mention, and what I just really realized while I was testing everything, is when the phone is picked up, line 1 is access to the Nortel system. So that's the Nortel system that's doing that basically. because when you hang up the phone, the Nortel system waits a couple milliseconds to see if you're going to do a hook flash. For instance, if you're going to transfer the call to another extension, put the call on hold, because it's acting like, this is an analog phone line. Conference the call, do a page, what have you. So that relay that's connected to the voice over IP line directly, I got that wrong. The relay that's connected to the Nortel side of the 182 key system is not releasing until the Nortel system releases the line. So that's why you see this. It's the Nortel that's not hanging up immediately. But if I have line 1 on the Nortel side, and if I want to pick up this, and for some odd reason, if I want to put this on hold, I could do that. But if I only had one relay, it would not be able, you would not be able to put the call on hold, like I demonstrated on the test phone. And I'm going to have to hang up on over here. So let's go ahead and see if I can transfer a call over here and see what happens. Line 1's answered. And then we're going to transfer the call. And hang up. Let's see if it hangs up the call. It does. So yeah, this is, I got it the way I like it. It's pretty cool. These are what they call A-lead controllers, but they also, other manufacturers call them loop sensing relays, line monitor relays. Viking Electronics makes one, which is expensive. TT Systems, Tom Systems, they made one for the 182 key system, which you can find a few of them on eBay once in a while. Duraphone, which was a Radio Shack, they make one little version of it, which I actually have attached to my wall for my test phone over there. Of course, the 6B relays is what I'm using, which is a Western Electric 6B relay from the 1A1 days. One place you can get them really reasonable is called Sandman.com. I'll post a link below to them. They have all kinds of relays for the telecom industry. So yeah, if I wanted to extend my project, I would have to get 4 more relays, 2 for line 2 and 2 for line 3. So yeah, you can really make anything happen with relays on the 182 key system. That's how versatile the 182 key system really is, or 1A1 if you have that as well. I do have some 1A1 other components that I like to make some videos on, but the KTUs are really heavy, and I have a very bad back right now, so I might have to do, put that on hold. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They also have, you can, I forgot what the relay model is. I think maybe, I don't know what the relay is. I don't want to give out the wrong number. But they also have ring-up relays where you can make things happen when the phone rings. But on the 182 key system, that's really easy to do. You can just buy some relays off of Amazon, either 110 or 120 volt relay for the ring current, or a 10 volt relay, or I think I have actually 12 volt AC relay if you use buzzers. So yeah, you can make anything happen with relays on the 182 key system. It's really unlimited, pretty much, what you can do. Like I said, my
my configuration is really not a normal configuration. Most people don't have two phone systems. Now there is 182 collectors out there that do have a phone system in front of their 182 to give them lines, but my setup's more complex than that. But other than that, I'm really happy with the setup I have. I wish I took in a picture of the second relay, but it's behind a filing cabinet with wires and just can't get to it once I put everything back in its place. Also, I do have other 1A1 relays that you can also buy these off of Amazon, the equivalent. And I forgot, was it 229 relays? I forgot what they are. But they have like 10 make and break contacts that you can make anything happy. You can wire up your 1A2 key system to your doorbell, and have the buzzards work on the to buzz on the when your doorbell's rung. That's why something I want to do. Or you can make the phone ring too. You know, there's so many unlimited potential, unlimited ideas that you can put into play with 1A2. Because basically you're only working with a couple different voltages. You're working with ring voltage. On my system it's like 110 volts, somewhere around there, because there's a larger power supply, ringing current. Then you have 10 volt AC or 18 volt AC for the buzzers, 10 volt ACs for the lamps. You can also do 20 volt DC relays for talk or relay control as well, A or B battery. So if you do have any questions, comments, please post them below.